In today's video, we're gonna see if MrBeast Burger's worth the hype. Is the product any good? Is it worth considering opening one? We're gonna find out in today's video as I just ordered MrBeast Burger to our office here in Miami Beach. So let's jump right into this. We're gonna go through all you have to know about the famous YouTuber MrBeast. He's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. Go through the product, everything in today's video. So stay tuned. I've got my MrBeast Burger fries here, and I've also even just had one bite of the burger. So those that are not familiar with MrBeast Burger or MrBeast, it's a fast food restaurant chain founded by YouTuber MrBeast in North Carolina just 2 years ago in 2020. It's a delivery only brand, meaning that the kitchens that prepare the food are ghost kitchens. There's no physical restaurant that you go to that's MrBeast Burger. They're in kitchens generally that it's like a Chinese restaurant or Italian restaurant that has a spare space or has a grill, and they're selling MrBeast Burgers just online and through third-party apps. So there's no in-person store dining options. They have 1,000+ kitchens around North America as well as Europe that are selling MrBeast Burgers. MrBeast is an American YouTuber known for crazy stunt videos, and he pays people like $800,000 to do a random stunt. Or for 48 hours, you have to be on a swing, swinging back and forth, and you could get hundreds of thousands of dollars. Super creative, really interesting videos. I suggest you check out his YouTube channel. And I listened to him for the first time on Joe Rogan's podcast, where he really just reinvests all his capital, all his earnings from these videos back into further future production. So he has 163 million followers across all different social media platforms, but his bread and butter is YouTube and creating YouTube content. If you want to open up a MrBeast Burger, it's not a franchise, it's actually a license opportunity, and they're really just focused on current restaurant owners that have some capacity to sell MrBeast Burgers and then work through generally the third-party delivery apps like DoorDash was the one that delivered to me to get the product to the consumer. And it's a little more flexible from MrBeast Burger to sell the opportunity, the license opportunity, than a franchise, as they're not regulated by the franchise rule by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. So that's probably a big reason that in less than 2 years, 18 months, they got up to 1,000 locations, 1,000 licensees selling MrBeast Burgers. So the sales pitch that MrBeast Burger has, it helps small local businesses to boost the income and keep these small restaurants open, especially given everything that happened with the COVID pandemic. For those that are not familiar with ghost kitchens, we've done a few different videos on them. It's otherwise known as delivery only restaurant, virtual kitchen. MrBeast Burger is actually being managed by Virtual Dining Concepts, and they have all different types of just virtual only brands like MrBeast Burger. We'll leave a link to their website in the description section. And the MrBeast Burger menu claims to feature many items normally found in fast food restaurants, like burgers, named after different friends that MrBeast has, chicken sandwiches, and Impossible Burger, that was the one I ordered, as well as fries, desserts, and other beverage items. And it's all about, bright colors, bold fonts, which really speak to that lifestyle brand that MrBeast has brought up through principally his YouTube channel. MrBeast Burgers, it's 2 times the price as a McDonald's, Burger King, at least when I saw recently the ones here in Miami. I found the options to be extremely limited. When I went to the MrBeast website, there wasn't much. I couldn't even get a regular hamburger. There were numerous MrBeast locations here in Miami, and all they were serving was an Impossible Burger. And when I went into the sandwich area, it was just one sandwich. So really limited menu right now. I don't know if that changes or if that's kind of how it is right now. It seemed like it was a bit responsive. But I had to spend $30, including the tip and the delivery fee, to get an Impossible Burger and an order of French fries. I tried the burger. The fries, they seem okay. Yeah, pretty standard fries. The burger, I had a bite. It's just, it's a lot for $30, getting this Impossible Burger with some fries. We have a timeout marketplace food court 2 blocks from our office here in Miami Beach, and I can get Spanish tapas with a chef who was trained at a Michelin 2-star Michelin restaurant for, $30 for a lunch. So looking at the options that I have here in Miami Beach, it does not make any sense to order a MrBeast burger unless you just like the novelty of it. Kind of like what I kind of was excited to order, having watched all his YouTube videos and looked at this business model. But beyond that, I mean, I don't see the value there. I would be happy paying $6 for this hamburger and fries, where it cost me, including the delivery and tip, $30 to get that. That being said, Virtual Dining Concepts is doing a really good job in terms of how the user experience is on the website. It was very easy to order, easy to put my credit card information in. The food came from a kitchen 20, 30 minutes away driving from where we are in Miami Beach, and it came within 50 minutes of placing the order. So it came pretty fast considering that the kitchen's pretty far from where our office is. Overall experience was great in terms of ordering and receiving it. They, I guess, outsourced it to DoorDash. I saw in the text messages with the delivery guy. But overall, they're doing a great job on the marketing, great job on the user experience, the delivery. It's just the product's not there. And there's a reason why big brands like Burger King, Popeyes, they have great products for their category because they spend millions of dollars trying to always improve their chicken sandwich, trying to improve their burger, trying to improve their fries. Think about all these big brands that have been serving food for many, many years. It's tough to just overnight come in, especially where you're probably all getting the burgers and ingredients from Cisco or some big nationwide supplier to then sell like a superior product to those established players that I've mentioned. So, for $30, it definitely does not make sense. The MrBeast Burger popularity is really a product of MrBeast, his own popularity. So he's super charismatic, super creative, and it's important for customers really to separate MrBeast Burger from MrBeast, the entertainer. The ratings were pretty bad for the locations I saw here in Miami. On Google reviews, 3 to 3.4 stars. On Yelp, it was a lot worse. Some of the nationwide numbers hovered around the 2 out of 5 stars on Yelp. The demographic for Yelp, it often can be a little more skewed, particularly to bad experiences. But many of the customers had really hard criticism in terms of the delivery and then the products that they received. Like the fries were soggy, bland. The packaging was not a tight seal on the fries, dry aftertaste on the burger. So, I still have to have my whole burger, but the burger was okay. It was, substandard, but I wouldn't complain too much. The fries were standard. So I had a decent experience, but not a $30 dining experience that you expect when you're shelling out that much money on a weekday lunch. So, it's great for those restaurant owners that are looking to make a little extra money. They don't have to rely on the marketing costs because MrBeast has such a good brand, social media. They don't need to worry about hiring delivery drivers. And they can make a little extra money in terms of supplementing the income that they get from their regular restaurant operations. The sellers of MrBeast Burger, the license boosts that you can make daily profits exceeding $500. There's not much more context in terms of that's net income, operating income, gross sales. They just say, daily profits exceeding $500. So I'd love to hear more information. If there's anyone from MrBeast Burger Virtual Dining Concepts, would love to have some clarity there. And I'd say prospective investors should treat MrBeast Burger license opportunities with a bit of caution, as the idea of everything behind it is great. A kitchen that provides small local businesses extra income, consumers that enjoy the MrBeast brand. However, the product is not delivering, especially for that price point. And you're selling after delivery costs, taxes, and tip, it's a $30 meal for a pretty standard burger and fries that you would have far superior quality at the Burger King just 5-minute drive from our office. I doubt the hype will last for long for MrBeast Burger. Sadly, I love the brand, but competing in the restaurant space, food space is hyper competitive. And there's a lot of money going into product development where unless MrBeast starts really investing a lot in the product, it's just not going to hack it. And I do see there's been a fast growth, and I do see a pretty fast death, sadly, to the MrBeast locations, and already many are closing down. And it could echo what happened to Quiznos, where they had 4,500 Quiznos, and now today it's down to like 200. So I love MrBeast as the entertainer, as the restaurateur, the product that he provides through his licensed businesses. Pretty good user experience. It's just the product's not there, and I need a better hamburger with fries if I'm going to indulge in that. I want to have a better product, especially for that $30 price point. So I'd bet by 2025, there will be less than 100 MrBeast Burger locations still open and operating, unless they invest significantly in the product, aka millions of dollars in the product, to really improve the positioning and the quality of the product. If you liked today's video, subscribe, comment, let us know about another licensed brand or franchise brand you'd like us to give a review on the product, as well as the business model.